What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it. It's Eagles season. Let's talk about it. Giddy up.
I mean, how silly is that? Man, we're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Welcome in, everybody. This is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. Every Wednesday, we're brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them around the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Greg Mlakovic, Greg Mlakovic, Luke Brown, Noah Eaton, Mikey, The Bucket. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in. Philly swept by the Mets. Here we are again. Citi Field owns us. The Mets own us. We'll talk about it later in the show. I'm not really concerned right now. Okay, I'm really not. Eagles bold predictions. That's always a great time. 2025 Eagles season outlook. We'll break it all down for you. It's here, baby. We made it. We made it. For the junkies, for the diehards, even just the football junkies, we're here, baby. All right, football every weekend. You're going to get the weekday. You're going to get everything. Every night you're going to have a football game from college to the NFL. So enjoy it. We'll soak it in. Eagles 53-man roster breakdowns. One of our main topics at hand. We'll tie into our poll question. Our poll question, the Eagles' final safety group, with its lack of veteran experience, is the biggest concern on the team's initial 53-man roster. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, that's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, join the bird conversation tonight. Get your birds out.
Oh, hey now.
Hey, pull your birds out. We're here, baby. I disagree. I'm not worried about the veterans back there. I get it, the experience. I'm gonna. You guys are gonna. Your jaw's probably gonna drop on this one. It's the outside linebackers. It is going to be the outside linebackers right now to me until they go prove it. It might not be. But to me, my biggest concern is because you got a lot of what ifs. You got a lot of what ifs and some unknowns. Nolan Smith to me is a no. All right. Jalen Alexander, I don't know yet. Okay. You look great, but again, you're not playing every snap. Right. And then the newer guys, Achu and God bless you.
God bless you.
But no, Ojulari and is the other guy.
Uche. You're right.
Yeah.
Uche.
Those two guys are low risk, maybe a higher reward, right? But they're not game changers.
Yep.
Okay, but they have upside for sure. For sure. They've shown they can get after the quarterback. But until I see it all work, that's a concern of mine a little bit. But it's my biggest because I don't have a lot of concerns. Yep. I mean, Sidney Brown stinks, so I don't care. But I'll stand by that. But Makuba can play. We knew this on draft night. So, don't riddle me surprise. I know he can play. So I'm not worried about the lack of depth, veteran depth, because I think Sidney Brown's a good backup. I just don't know if he plays 17 games, if he isn't exposed or penalized too much. I don't know. Or he fools us all and he's a really good player. I don't know. But we'll find that out over time. But I'm not really worried as much back there, guys. I'll leave it here. It's because there's so much good stuff around them. There's good stuff around them. You can say the same thing about the defensive line, too, when you got Jalen Carter in the middle, right? But I think the depth overall across the front, how deep is it? Because it's not as deep as last year, and nor should it be, right? But how close is it? That's going to be the question mark. You win up front. I ain't winning because of my safety position. So my biggest concern is how good is it up front? I think it's good, but the unknown of it has me concerned. I mean, easily you can disagree with that for sure. But until those guys on the edges go give me double digits, I don't know. I'm not worried about one safety when I got Reed over there and I got two. I think Adoree Jackson's a good corner. All right, that's the ability to be a good corner. Okay, now he's not as good as Q, but then yet you throw Coop in there. Look what you got. You got guys around them that can make plays. Compared to just Jalen Carter. I think up front, I think that the outside linebackers, until proven otherwise, are the biggest concern. ran over.
That's fair. I would say that they're my number 2 concern.
Fair.
They're definitely a concern. Because to me, it's like if one of those guys that we mentioned is half decent and has like 6 sack season, it's good. And I think that's basically what they did by being like, all right, we're going to sign all these guys and we're going to keep them all on the roster. And I think that they had like 11 guys, something crazy number up front on both ends of the ball. And it's like they lead the league in terms of roster spots to both offensive and defensive line. They're just praying that one of those guys hit. And honestly, that seems like the move at the point. So I'm with you. That's definitely a question. CB2 is number 1 for me. I've seen this team lose a lot of games, and every single time you can point it to bad quarterback play, sure. It's been horrible cornerback play. Horrible. And over the summer, I've expecting them to make a move for that CB2 spot the entire summer, and they haven't done it. And the thing that really, really scares me is the fact that going into this year, before training camp, before all that, we were expecting Ringo to be the guy. He's not the guy because they put him on IR. And is he really hurt? We don't really know. We don't know much about that at all. So he's not the guy. They trade for the guy from the Raiders. You don't really hear crap about him at all, good or bad. And Adoree Jackson seems like he has almost no chance of even starting at this point. You don't even know who the starter is. And then they're ramping up guys like McPherson, who they drafted like 3 years ago. It seems like they are panicking to develop someone at that position. And I have seen them miss on that position. I trust them to throw out all these guys at defensive line and one of them having a decent year. And like you said, playing next to Jalen Carter helps. That's a concern of mine. I don't want to get that twisted. But CB2, I've seen it. We've all seen it not work before. And it's been the demise of this team for years before they were good. And I just don't want to see it again. Adoree Jackson has not been a good pro for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't watch him enough in the pros to know.
Good in Tennessee.
He was okay, but like you're also talking about years ago now, and he signs 1 year in New York, and he wasn't great. And like, why are all these teams giving him 1 year deals? No one wants to commit to the guy. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And it doesn't make sense to me why they didn't make a move. There's all these veteran guys out there. You were talking about safety too. I think that makes a ton of sense. There's a ton of veteran safeties out there too. I don't really get it. It doesn't make sense to me. CB2 is a concern because you don't even know who the starter is they want. They haven't been willing to be like, he's the starter. They haven't been willing to do it. And that's scary stuff.
Yeah, no. And listen, everything you said is fair. It's hard. Again, it's another one hard to disagree with, that it's not like a concern because it is. I just think because the Giants were willing to bring him back again for another year, after the first year. So
yeah, they make great moves all the time.
No.
They bring great players in their building all the time. They're great at that. I just don't get it. They're bringing on these rejects.
Well, they let a great one.
One of them's got to pan out. One of them's got to pan out. Like this guy Bennett from Vegas. I get it. They make bad decisions too, but they had him in their building and they let him walk for nothing too. So who are these guys?
Yeah, let me make this clear. I am not here to crown Adoree Jackson at all. What I'm here to say is he spent 4 years in New York because he signed a big deal there. But at the end of the day, that football team in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, I know they went to the playoffs 1 year, but besides that, that's been one of the dregs of the NFL all across the board. So I don't put a lot of stock in if you're not good in New York on the defense side of the football when you had no offensive offensive game. Again, not crowning Adoree Jackson. He's better than Kelee Ringo. I could have told everybody that 3 months ago too, right? Because he's a pro. Again, not crowning him, but you got a serviceable pro. The serviceable pro, they'll probably play 14 games. You know what I mean? That's what you have. So again, is it ideal? No, but look what's around them again. When you talk about having Q, you talk about having Coop in there. So I feel a little bit better about it. But again, that is, to your point, it's definitely a concern until proven otherwise. You know
Isaiah Rodgers. Yeah. I'll just say that. And
should never get out the door. Should have never got.
That's tough. That's a tough one.
I don't get that. I don't understand. It's hard to get on here and shit on Howie Roseman when you look at the rest of the Philadelphia sports landscape and what that looks like. So I'm not going to do that. I just don't really understand it. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me. He didn't make a ton of money in Minnesota.
Calm down, Pump. I already beat you to the punch because you missed.
Yeah, that's a fair concern. Fair concern.
Edge rushers are mine, number 1. Cornerback 2 would be Luke's number 1. Who's next?
Here, I'll go ahead and go.
Please.
Why not? Look. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wish CJ was still on this football team, but go figure. He got shipped out, and then, well, unfortunately for him, he tore his ACL, so he's gonna miss this season down.
No, I think he's good. He's good.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, he got good. He got good news on that.
He got good.
Oh, he got
good.
It was a miracle. He got cured.
He got the goods. He got a package. That's fine.
All right. I misspoke.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, not the first time.
Nope. Fake
won't
news.
be the last. But not that notwithstanding, I mean, look, I don't think he's going to start right away, but I do like Bakuba. He is a ball hawk, and I think he'll end up developing into a reliable safety back there who can make plays. Sure, we'd like him to get a little bigger, and I think once you get into an NFL training camp and get some seasoning under you, I think he's going to put on a little weight, and I think he's going to end up being a solid pro. But honestly, my biggest concern, man.
Do you agree or disagree to the damn poll? I mean, first, can we get the answer in the poll? And I know it's been a while. It's been 12 minutes you sitting here. So
I hear you.
I'm sure the brain's going a mile a minute. You know what I mean? And so what's the answer? You agree or disagree to the poll first, and then you can let us know.
No, I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree to the poll as far as the safety group's concerned. I do have some concerns back there, but they're not my biggest.
Oh, happy birthday, Alex!
Oh, cakes and candles, Alex. Yeah.
So what's your number 1 then?
My number 1. Honestly,
holy shit!
we
what the hell's going on around here?
I mean, honestly, for the concerns I have are an outside linebacker, a little less so with the safety group. But here's the beautiful thing, fellas. We're pretty fucking good on the defensive line, and that can mask a lot of problems. I mean, let's face it; it is a salary cap, fellas. We're not gonna have thoroughbreds at every position. Honestly, all things considered, I think we're looking pretty good.
No shit. What is your number 1 concern though?
I'll say outside linebacker, but not by much. Okay. Honestly, I think we're gonna be all right.
It's good to have you. I just want to know where you're at. I'm in the same boat you are. No, we'll get to it. I feel like I got going undefeated. So I mean, I hear you. All right. So you're right with me. You're on the edge rushers. You got to see it. That's all. That's all we're saying. We just need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect us to be a number 1 defense like we were last year, but I still think we'll be pretty damn good. And as long as we finish in the top 10, we're a Super Bowl contender.
For sure. Buckets, what do you got?
Listen, mine's generic.
I don't know if you guys saw the
step back.
Yeah, I was just making sure you guys saw.
Mine's pretty generic. I'll disagree to the poll. I think the biggest.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just going to be health, which is every team's. But then again, it's not, because if the Raiders are fully healthy, they're still not doing anything. So the Eagles, literally, I think the only thing in the way is health. A.J. Brown had a hamstring. I know he was back today. Devontae Smith had a groin. It was minor, but then they got John Mechie, which I like. But something tells me, did we need him? Is Brown a little more banged up than we think? Like, what was the point of going to get him? I like him. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. Landon
Yeah.
Dickerson with the meniscus. He
Back.
should be back week 1. He
back
practiced
He's
already.
today.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No,
good.
I know, but still, I mean, he's been banged up.
But yeah, I hear
The
you.
last 2 times we've seen him. Cam Jurgens just got back from back surgery. So, I mean, this 53-man roster has been a little banged up. Mailata had a concussion, but who hasn't in the NFL? But I think it's just the health is the main concern. If they're healthy, they're a Super Bowl contender. Like Noah said, there's not a lot
They're
of
Super Bowl
complaints. Not
favorite.
every position can
Favorite.
be a
Favorite.
thoroughbred. What is that?
Favorite.
Yeah.
They're a Super Bowl favorite if they're healthy.
Yeah, 100%. I really
that's-
think that's the biggest concern with the initial 53-man roster. Everyone's
I
been a
couldn't
little-
agree. You know what? For the first time in A2D history,
Oh no!
I don't know if I agree with the Buckets more because it really all the things we're saying is we just don't know, but we expect it to be good,
Yeah.
right? Or serviceable, good enough. But the rest of our team's loaded. So what does it come down to? If our dogs are healthy, we're going to eat. If we ain't healthy, we ain't eating.
Sure.
So you're 13 wins healthy, or you're 4 unhealthy. I mean, that's how this league works. So he's right. It's the healthiest teams are the ones left standing.
Yeah.
Outside of 2017, right? Like outside of that anomaly, every other team, it's who's got the best health, who's the healthiest. They're the ones that are going to go the furthest. Usually, is your quarterback healthy? Is his playmakers healthy? We've seen when his playmakers haven't been healthy, how bad we are. So, is your quarterback healthy? Are your playmakers healthy? Is your line mostly healthy? Is your best players on defense on the football field? Right? If you figure you got 4 or 5 great players on defense or guys that we think are game changers, are those guys healthy? Because if those guys are healthy, you can deal with stuff being a little unhealthy around them, still be good enough.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I'm so deep. Everybody knows about health, but Holiday Express want to break it down. Just want to dive into the health real quick with you guys.
Yeah, and it's a
Please go,
generic
right?
answer, but back
Yeah,
surgery is
that's-
no
yeah.
joke for your center. Landon Dickerson's
Yeah.
one of our most important players. AJ Brown, the
2025.
hamstring could be more serious than we think.
Modern
Those are
medicine.
three huge
It's
players.
2025, Bucket. It's 2025. We're going on 2026. My mother had a hip surgery today. 2 hours. 2 hours, and you go home. Well, you go home, right? What do you mean you go home? You ain't standing there for a week or two? Like, what do you mean we're just going home? Okay, modern medicine. You know what I mean? So I ain't worried about the back. He's 23 years
I
old.
think back surgery
25.
as a center is crazy.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about you keep getting down in that stance for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's not the punter.
Well, I mean, the punter I got to hurt too. I mean, the back period. I'm a 42-year-old guy. I'm going on 43 here in a little bit. I don't really want to talk about that, but at the end of the day, when this part's banged up, it is difficult. And you young guys don't know about that shit yet, but you will one day. You get a lower back.
When you get a rock to get out of bed, you know what I mean? Like,
you need like a rope. You know what I mean? I got like a rope from the ceiling. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, he's up. I was laying like this on my bed the other day, and my back just went out. Like my back, I felt it. I said, what? I couldn't move. I couldn't roll either way. I was like, I'm a fucking seal out of water. This is where it ends. This is where they find Tom Arnone. How did it end? I freaking blew my back out of bed. I couldn't move. I couldn't move. I was just there for weeks. Just weeks.
get it back going out.
I was going to say. Pissing up in the air and catching it in his mouth, trying to survive.
Wow, I told more people.
Eagles Cowboys. I want to see Eagles Cowboys. Let's go. Bring it right back in.
I thought more people would agree to the poll. I hear you though. I will agree just to be different. I'll agree. But we at the same time, as you guys have kind of alluded to as well, we can wake up tomorrow to Justin Simmons news, and all this is a moot point, right? You know what I mean? Like, and all that has happened, right? I think Luke, you alluded to it. There's still options out there, veteran-wise, right? We started with 4 yesterday. You cut McCollum today to sign either the long snapper or the guard that we got from the Rams, right? So now you're down to 3. So it is a little bit of a concern. It is probably my biggest concern because who wants to say punt returner or kick returner is your biggest concern? But we don't have one right now. I mean, is it going to be Jahan Dotson? Right?
I think
he did a little bit at Penn State. Wasn't full time back there, but did I guess
was electrifying.
He was at times for sure.
No more
But
Covey?
yeah. So what's that?
No more.
No, they
Covey?
cut him. They
No,
cut him.
Covey. We got no Covey, but he did get cut today too.
There
So
we go.
Yep.
there could be a return. But I mean, in reality, though, what you guys have said as well is there. We sit there all off season, right? Like you said, Luke, we sat there all off season knowing that the CB2, for example, was going to be an issue. And they're still here with the same guys. So that's got to tell me something, right? Whoa, there's the echo. It's got to be. We know who it is. We know who it is.
Well, I think it's you this time.
Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah.
But to your point, like you said, Luke, and even Tommy with the edge rushers, right? We sat there all off season and all training camp, and they really didn't do anything outside of Bennett, right? So it leads me to believe that like the coaching staff and inside that building does trust these guys. We might not as fans, right? We might be all up in arms and questioning what's going on. But I think they really like what they have. Ringo struggled against Chase, but who doesn't struggle against Chase, right? As the lead or as the CB2, right? Like that was his first real, number 2 type of run there. So,
hold on real quick too. Like, first off, why is Q not running around on the whole field following the best guy?
I heard that. Yeah,
we ain't gonna be no Guantanamo.
They're gonna do that this year. Yeah,
we ain't no goddamn Guantanamo Bay, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? We ain't no whatever. We ain't no prison lockdown. If we can't follow guys. If that's such a problem, you know what I mean? If like teams are, like at that point, the teams are just going to go attack the other side.
Keely, yeah,
long,
or Decorian, yeah.
Yeah, what do you do? I don't think Adoree is a guy you can pick on as easy as Keely Ringo. There's no track record with Keely Ringo. He didn't have good hips coming out of Georgia, right? So I mean, we already been through this.
He did play well in spots the last 2 years, though. He did play well in spots.
But we're talking really like.
Well, because remember last year Darius was out every game.
Yeah, but
sorry,
Isaiah was
big
playing.
play Slay. Right,
Isaiah was playing.
he was, yeah.
The only time he got run is when Rodgers went down too, and it wasn't for long.
Yeah,
like we saw him make a tackle on the sidelines, and we were all like, "Ooh." You know what I mean? He's physical, but like, can he cover anybody? I don't know. His hips have always been the issue. Coming out of college was the biggest knock. And I'm like, this ain't Shakira. You know what I mean?
Hips don't lie.
Hips don't lie, but they don't. So, I mean, here we are. I think Adoree Jackson has to be your second corner, and then you got to figure it out from there. He has to be. I don't have his biggest concerns there because
that's scary because that as of a couple of weeks into camp, Vic didn't even know who Adoree Jackson was.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
He was not getting much opportunity, I would go out on a limb and agree with you because I do think as of today he is the second best outside corner on the team.
Yeah.
But they haven't committed to that. And there's no reason to keep that a secret. There's no benefit to that.
Maybe.
Like, what's the benefit to that? It doesn't make sense. Because then why would you keep that a secret, be
hungry.
So weird about it, and then go trade for Bennett, who now is like on the back side of this too?
Try to make him
like
hungry, try to create more
competition. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. He should start, and he probably will start, but it doesn't make sense.
Pump, I ain't begging for Adoree Jackson. I'm begging for Adoree Jackson over what's left on the roster of players.
Yeah, that's
like I'm not crowning him. I think he's serviceable. And I don't know how much clearer I can be. I think he's a serviceable corner, and it's like, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. Like, he's not going to lock you down. I'm sure he'll have good games and he's going to have bad games.
He just can't be a liability. We've seen that too many times. You lose games like that.
You lost Super Bowl because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
think it'll be hard. To be honest with you, I think it's going to, with as good as this secondary is, I don't know why I'm not as worried about it. Right? And I should be, right?
I agree with you. The sum of the parts lessens the concern for sure, right? Even at safety, when you're sitting there talking about, the idea of in base package, you move Cooper back to safety, right? Just to keep him on the field, right? And then when the dime comes in or the nickel comes in, then he becomes your slot, right? So he's never leaving the field. That potentially is what they might do. So maybe they're okay with the safety position being a little less deep or less experience wise when you talk about Sidney Brown and Makuba, right? So who knows what they're planning to do?
Well, nobody. First off, and nobody comes out of their nickel anyway in today's NFL.
Yeah.
Very rarely. So
True.
he didn't come off the field last year. So I'm not worried about. I don't want to go moving him and shaking him. Like if I'm going to move him, it's to the outside, right?
Right.
But I value,
in base, he'll be on the outside.
Yeah, but I value inside. Yeah. I value inside more.
No doubt.
And so I'll preach that one. Your inside, your slot corner is arguably the most important person on your defense. And we saw it because we went from me to the best defense in football when we put that guy that's in the slot. That's as simple as it was. So I'm sorry for one of the first times since Jim Johnson where I can sit here and say I trust in Vic Fangio. I trust in Vic. I think Vic will make the right decision or put the right guy into that spot that's going to give them the best chance to be competitive. Whoever that may be. And if it's the wrong thing, I think he'll make it right. Again, I'm not telling you, guy's a damn good defensive coordinator. Arguably a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator after the season they just had last year. Okay?
Yeah.
And seasons he's had prior. So like let him cook a little bit here. Okay, I think if we think cornerback 2 is more of a concern than our outside guys, outside of Nolan, right? I don't think we realize how we win. Because if those guys get after the quarterback, whoever cornerback 2 is going to look good.
Right, but look at how his track record.
If they don't, Darius and Guantanamo Bay won't look good. You understand what I'm saying to you guys? I don't give a shit who's on your outside. If you don't get pressure in this league, guys will pick you apart. I don't care how good you are. That's where the great, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the great Sauce Gardner, right, and all these guys. My favorite corner and Patrick Surtain will get cooked if you give guys all day. And that's been our biggest issue. We've seen that here, where we don't get pressure after a year of getting pressure. Right? What happened to us at the end of last year or 2 years ago, right? When we went on our class. We weren't getting pressure. Hassan Reddick was on a goddamn milk carton, worrying about being in study hall at Haddon Heights. You know, the rest of the defensive line was on a milk cart, and we had no pressure. So what happened? Our corners looked horrific, and our whole defense looked bad. Yep. It masked so much. So to me, I got to get pressure, and I take pressure off of that other corner. But if I don't, who's covering?
I think we're forgetting somebody when it comes to these edge rushers, because I saw something today. Nakobe Dean expects to be back by week 5. That's where he wants to come back. Our first round pick is going to be an edge rusher very early in the season, if that remains to be true.
Yep.
I like him a ton. He's got a motor like none other. And if you put him with Nolan Smith, with Jalen Hunt, with a guy like Jalen Carter, I think all of a sudden now you take away one of those guys that are kind of random, like these guys that we've brought in on 1-year deals this year. He's a problem. Like he's a good problem. A good problem.
He's a really great problem because he's versatile. He's He's versatile. He's the modern defensive player that can sort of go back and forth there. Nakobe's one of my favorite players. I mean, I just think he's so smart. He's so instinctual. He's such a great leader. I thought him and Bond had a great thing going together. I also think for the first time in NFL history for the Eagles that you can say you got another guy who's a really smart football player and a good football player in Jeremiah Trotter Jr. So the first time in a long time, we're like, oh my God, we got a surplus. So
a long time.
You know, I'm not a believer in like, do you go try to trade a Trotter to get a cornerback? No, because you're not going to get something that I think is worth it. You got to go draft one down the road, it looks like, and that's okay. But again, if you get pressure, you win in this league. And I believe when you talk about Jalen Carter will get pressure.
Yep.
And I believe Nolan Smith is going to get pressure. So who is the other guy? Right? Jordan Davis is going to do his job. Who's the other guy? I love Ajomu. He'll get pressure.
Yep.
He's active. Okay. So my interior, I feel really good about. Okay. And Ty Robinson's a good fourth, right?
Yep.
Young guy. We'll watch him develop here. But Hunt
Vanilla
and
Gorilla.
and the Sneeze and the other Georgia boy, those guys got to combine. They got to combine for around 18 sacks.
I don't see
I'm
that
sorry. What
happening.
group you putting in that?
Sneeze, the Georgia boy, Ajawawa,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and
The sneeze. Oh, the sneeze. Uche. Oh, yeah.
Sneeze, yeah,
Okay.
Sneeze,
I'm sorry. I'm slow. I like that.
Sneeze, Georgia, and Jalex Hunt have to get 18 combined.
I think
that can
Jalen
happen.
can get
I
you
think that
6
can
or
happen.
7.
Okay.
I-
So now we're down. So now
I
we're
don't
down
trust
to
the other two at all.
Well, now we're
I'll
down
be
to
honest.
12. Now we're down
I
to
don't
12.
trust the other two one bit. One bit.
Well, where are you
But
getting
again,
it
I
from?
trust our first round pick once you bring back your, all pro bowl level linebacker in
Hold
week
on.
5.
Pump your brakes for a second. Just pump them for a second. What's on paper to play there right now? How many sacks do you think Nolan?
Yeah, he's going to play. He's going to play edge rusher for the majority of the season.
Dude, you're saying almost like what happened with Coop last year.
Yes.
I see where we're going here. I like your thought process. Is we get a little week 5 edition,
Yes.
right? And now we're able to slide a guy, and it's almost like it could be like a Cooper effect where now we got that
Exactly.
double-digit sack guy.
So you're
Yeah.
going, okay. I
just don't know how well he
envisioned
plays
that
the
once
run.
Dean came back, right? Or next
Yeah,
year.
that's what
I
right,
thought this
that's
year
what
he
I'm-
would stand up most of the year.
Well,
Right?
Dean
And he
said
would play,
today
play
he
a true
plans to come.
linebacker.
Right, he said today he plans on coming back week 5. So if that's the case, and you get like 11 so weeks of Jahad Campbell playing edge. Plus, here's the other thing: I guarantee you, if this is a struggle, as you said, Vic is smart enough. He'll say, "Hey, Trot, you gotta go play me some linebacker for at least 10, 15 snaps a game." And I need Jahad Campbell to get me 15 snaps a game at edge rusher
At
and
the
see what
edge,
we
yeah.
can do.
Well, I mean, listen, Jalex Hunt might be a problem, a good problem.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
we got to get more info.
I'm
on
really
it.
him
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a
As
couple
you
minutes
should.
when we get the bowl predictions. But
It's just these guys taking the next step, right?
yeah,
Because now
that's
you're
exactly it.
trusted in the starting role, and can you take the next step? Sean, I hear you. We lost. What lost the Super Bowl was a mid-ass number 2 corner.
No, he wasn't mid. He was awful. Bradbury stunk.
I mean, our edge rushers couldn't get their feet straight on that field.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what
No
I'm
one was
saying,
getting
like,
pressure.
Like, guys, I understand, Sean, it takes 2 to tango here, babe. You know what I mean? For sure. I'm not telling you're wrong, right? It takes 2 to tango, but it's a lot easier when them dogs get off the line quick and especially up the middle, because you can say get the ball out quick. But if I got middle penetration, it's hard to get the ball out quick. Okay. And there's only a few guys around the league that get it out that quick. Right. And a lot of them are retiring too. Like there ain't a ton of guys that are willing to get it out quick either. So I don't know. I mean, I think you got two great corners out there, and we're worried about one. Like we didn't have 2 out of 3 great corners in that Super Bowl. We had 1 good corner. 1. That's it. So I think
And nobody really gets it out quick anymore. Anyway, everyone wants to keep it and run. Like that's where the league's going. It's Hurts, it's Jackson, it's Allen. Everyone wants to keep it themselves and make something happen.
What up, Eddie? No,
So yeah, hey, thanks, brother.
it's not just a corner. Yeah, it's the all around pass coverage, but look around it. Like that's what I'm saying. What are we worried about right now? Look around. Look what's surrounding it. What's surrounding it is high level talent.
Yeah,
great years last year. 2 rookies had monster years, and Reed Blankenship been Mr. Consistency at the other safety spot. So like we have stability there. So you're talking about 2 spots that you're just okay. Who's going to step up?
right.
But I'll tell you what usually happens. I'm gonna tell you about sports. I'm gonna tell you about sports. What usually happens is when you're surrounded with great players or damn good ones, your game goes up. Fucking shit. We see the kind of guys that play around MJ. A lot of those guys look like they'd be delivering mail somewhere, and those dudes have really good careers. So, like, greatness or damn good players, raise it. You see what a quarterback does? Like, he raises. You raise stuff around you. That's all. I was going to, I don't want to do that. I mean, there's definitely some concerns, but we know what the biggest one is. And I think through all of it, I think Buckets nailed the sort of cop-out one, but a concern. You know what I mean? In terms of health. All right, what do we got up next? What's next on our docket? Bowl predictions, a little outlook.
Outlook bowl predictions. You they probably can go kind of hand in hand.
Yeah, well, what do you want to give? You want to give you want to go win-loss total?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, I don't even need a schedule for this because we're the big bad wolf, and that's why I want everybody out there to understand. You gotta walk around like the wolf. You can't walk around scared here. We've talked about this for years. You have to talk stuff into existence. You have to believe. There isn't a better football team than the Philadelphia Eagles. And this can go away, okay? And Milton Williams can go away. And I'll say it again. There isn't a better team in the NFL than the Philadelphia Eagles. And Josh Sweat was a damn good football player here. And Milton Williams was a damn good football player here, okay? But there's a lot of other damn good football players here. And we didn't lose our best players. And I'm going to give you one other reason. Keep saying we keep talking about this quarterback. Everything goes around. Everything. What does your leader do? How's he go about his business? And what's been the message? That's over. They were over that after the confetti hit. You understand? They were over that quick. And to be over that quick, and I didn't see a lot of book tour. Oh, yo, can we be real? You see a lot of book. You see a lot of book tours this summer?
No.
You see
you know what? I didn't think about it until you said it.
Did you see anybody trying to capitalize on this?
But there was no book tours this year.
Well, and who was going on like show after show after show trying to capitalize on this? You see anybody?
No.
At the very
CJ
beginning,
Gardner
right?
Johnson. Yeah, CJ. He's gone.
Okay, but my point of this is they're on to the next one. That's been their whole motto. They're
Quarterback hasn't even put on the ring yet. He hasn't even tried it on yet. Yeah,
it's debatable if that's true or false, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how much I believe that one, but either way, they're on to the next one. And you go as your leaders go, and he's obviously the biggest leader in this locker room. And man, holy shit! Again, I'll say that I'm happy that that's my quarterback, right? And just those other things that you can check off outside of your skill, do still matter. And he's skillful, so and a skill shot. But when you check off all the other boxes, and you're already a good football player, you take shit to a whole nother level, and we're watching it, and it's exciting, and that's why I believe it's a 13-win football team. It's healthy, a 13-win football team, maybe 14. I don't care about the schedule. I do not care about the schedule.
I think their over/under's 11.5.
Yeah.
Yep,
I might go 14 now.
Oh boy,
I might up the ante. Who am I scared of?
I'm not saying you are. I'm just
You said going to Tampa
because I missed this, right? I missed preseason Tommy.
I'm scared to go to Tampa. It's the only place.
Well, I'll be there, so we know that's a lock. We know that's a lock.
I'm scared of the pirate ship. I'm scared of the cannons. That's a place that's a house of horrors for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like the Mets are for the Phillies. That's a place I do not.
And we're always there. We're always there.
Always there. They never come here. Never come here anymore.
It's like Chiefs, right? Chiefs back-to-back years. We're always there.
Well, they closed the bet down. I feel like they came back the next year and they haven't been back since.
Yeah, that's
or we
probably true.
That next year, right? Are we opened up again?
Terravistas is still running to me in the end zone.
Yep, I think they beat us again the next year. But
Noah just woke up.
Yeah, no, they did. That motherfuckers. They fucking closed the vet on our ass, and then sure enough, we opened the link in style. What did we lose? 17-3 that night?
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, great offensive performance. But yeah, no, so like, yeah, I just don't think anybody's better than us. You're obviously gonna lose some games. but I'll stand by it. You can go over the schedule all day. You can tell me that you don't play any back-to-back home games. Guess how much I care about that? 0. I don't give a shit about it. Okay, what I care about is how talented this football team, how great players they have on this football team, and if they're healthy, nobody's better. So 13, 14 wins. Don't care. I don't care. Oh, it's on the schedule in the NFL, Tom. I don't care. We're the best team in the NFL. We're the best team in the NFL. So what are you guys all scared of? We just embarrassed what was trying to go for a dynasty. We embarrassed the whole Chiefs organization. We embarrassed a Hall of Fame quarterback. We embarrassed a Hall of Fame tight end. We embarrassed a Hall of Fame singer. We embarrassed it all. It all. Okay? That was the biggest beat down in like NFL history. That goes back to Dallas, like boat racing Buffalo in their Super Bowl, right? Like some of the blowouts back in the day that we've seen. That's an ass whooping. So who are we scared of? If all our concerns are over after 30 minutes of concerns, who are we scared of? Holy shit. Come on, wake up, people. This ain't 1990. Who are we scared of? Walk around like it. Because we're here. We're in the middle of the dynasty. We're in the middle of it. We're in the thick of it. Enjoy it. What are you scared of? Everybody in the chat scared. Go buy 25 dogs, lock all windows and doors, and never leave your damn house then.
Okay, Zoo.
You know, we ain't scared of nothing. Walk around like it, buckets. Everybody talking about, ooh, what we do? We're the best.
I got something for you.
Yeah, shoot.
I think Jalen Hurts, for the first time in his career, throws for 4,000 passing yards.
Ooh.
Oh, buckets.
Last year,
Nice little boldy out there.
Last year,
I do like
A little
that.
tickle the grundle there. A little tickle the bean bags there.
I
with
do like where
4,000.
your head's at, though, too, buckets. I really do think we do see a different version this year of him.
Last year, he had 2,900 because obviously Barkley was just unbelievable.
Pretty
We
good.
also blew every team we played out. Not that that's not still possible, but I don't think it'll be as dramatic as some of them were. And then at his career high is 3858. He's hit 3,700 and 3,800 before. He's never hit 4,000. I think we're going to be in a lot of good games, close games. Might even be trailing in some. He's going to air it out, and I think Goddard might have a good year, sneaky year. You just got Mechie. Who knows? I think they ease up on the Barkley and he starts slinging it. But 4,000 yards, I see it.
Well, I agree with you there. I don't think Barkley's going to get as many touches this year. I mean, I think that's going to be all. I mean, I still think he's obviously a great player. I think he'll have a great year. But come on, he's not going to rush for 2,000 yards again. I mean, that's pie in the sky. But, you know, I look for 1,300 to 1,500 yards from Barkley. But, hey, I'm with you. Not only does Hurts, you know, obviously I think he ends up going to the Pro Bowl. I'm going out on a limb here.
He
NFL.
won't play. We'll be in the playoffs. He ain't going to play.
Huh? No, I know.
Pro Bowls don't matter to Super Bowl teams.
No, I know. But he mentioned other teams.
Yeah, I hear you. Tyler Huntley was a Pro Bowler too. So someone said that the other day. And I'm like, what are we doing? Can we just stop that tag?
Mark it down. Jalen Hurts, your 2025 NFL MVP.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's bold, babe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking a shot at you.
I hear you.
I think that's how good he is. I mean, when you talk about winning a Super Bowl MVP, okay, what do we think about? We talk about it all the time. This part of the game, the mental part of the game, right? You believing you're that good. You getting recognized as being that good. What is that? Where does that take his game?
To another
Where does it
level.
take it? Because if you now believe it, if you believe that you not believed it, you just did it. You outperformed one of the best quarterbacks, arguably of all time. That's how good that guy is, right? So you just totally outperformed him on the biggest stage. How does that not transport you to another level the next year?
Well,
with the kind of worker he is. I'm saying, like, I believe it.
If it hasn't already, Tom, I think it'll propel him to an elite QB level.
Like, yeah, the passing, like you guys are saying, the passing numbers.
Yes.
Will be
He's throwing for
will be
4K
more.
this year.
Okay.
He heard all the BS too. You know how he is.
Yeah.
He's petty. He heard all the BS that the numbers
Okay,
weren't
like
flashy,
it.
this and that. So I'm telling you, Jalen Perks is gonna step up, throw for 4K. And they're still gonna
Rain,
win.
sleet, or slow, rain, sleet, or snow, the birds are going to go.
He's gonna be like, y'all wanted me to throw. That's what you wanted to see. There you go, 4,000 yards.
There you go.
W.
Currently, according to Hard Rock Bet, he is 6th right now in MVP odds. He's tied with Herbert.
They have his passing yards up, Greg.
Lamar, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and then I think someone who's going to fall flat on his face this year, Jaden Daniels, is above Hurts.
Just take Barrow off the list, please. Just take Barrow off the list.
MVP.
Please.
What about
take Barrow off the
passing yards?
list? When you go 6-11, right? When you go 6-11, you're not in the MVP conversation. That's not a shot at Barrow. That's a shot because that defense is atrocious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't care if you throw 5,000 yards. If you're 6-11, you ain't in that conversation, mate.
Right. They're going to lose 41-38 every week.
Mm-hmm.
Over under 19.5 passing touchdowns.
Over.
I agree. You said yards, right?
Yeah.
3,200.5.
Way over.
Yeah, I think, dude, he had 2,900 last year, and he missed 2 games because we sat him because we already clinched stuff up, and then he had the concussion, and he had 2,900 with 2 missed games. He's gonna 3,200. He's gonna smash.
Guys, we're exposing ourselves right now. We're doing it right now because we do this before every season, and we say he's gonna throw for 4,000 yards, and he's not. And he's not going to do it. No. He's not going to do it this year either. And that's totally okay because every single year he does what is so important going into every single year, something that Lamar Jackson can't do, something that Josh Allen hasn't been able to do, and that is in the biggest game of the season, he is going to step up and play his best game of the season. He's not going to throw for 4,000 yards, and then these same people who say he's going to throw for 4,000 yards are going to cry when he drops back 30 times a game because we don't want him to do that, all right? So that's not going to happen. I actually looked this up because I was interested. When we made the Super Bowl the first time against Kansas City, and they made that NFL rankings list, he was number 3. The next year, after that collapse, he's number 15. This year, after winning the Super Bowl, he's number 19. My bold prediction is that he will be ranked even lower, and they are going to win another Super Bowl. And it's not going to matter. He's not going to throw for 4,000 yards. He's not going to, throw for 40 touchdowns. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that, and it's not going to matter. And it's like I just don't understand why we have to get up here on a season preview and predict the guy's going to go on this run that he's never been on in his entire football career. He's not capable of doing it, and we are worse off as a football team if he does do it. And he'll tell you firsthand, I don't want to do it because all he does is want to win, and all the guy does is win. So he will be ranked in the 20s. Lower than he ever has been, and we'll all sit up there and laugh because he'll be Super Bowl MVP again. There you go.
I think I got a couple bold ones too.
Look, we just want to have fun.
I'm just saying, all these people are like, oh, he's going to throw for 4,000 yards. And then week 1, when Kevin Patullo, the new offensive coordinator, has him throw for 32 times, fire this guy, he's a moron. You can't have it both ways.
You can have it one way. And the one way is the recipe that we just watched last year. You keep the
and the Saquon
25
thing.
25 or under. 25 or under. I'm like, no, don't do this, Luke. It's 25 or under.
Yes.
We don't lose. That's been the deal. All right.
Yes.
25 or under. Run the football. Okay. My MVP this year, Saquon Barkley.
Right. I was just going there. People are like, oh, Saquon, he can't do that again. Why not? He was completely healthy. He's the best running back in football, running behind, yet again, the best offensive line in football. Why can't he do it again? Why? Explain to me why. I'd love to know why.
You can't load the box because of the weapons, because you'll get carved up that way. So they give you no option. And I'll say it again. When you got a quarterback with his legs and you're going RPO style, it is night with Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, didn't Barkley go for 250 against the Rams twice?
Yes.
So if you're a team
Yeah.
like the Rams, like why wouldn't you just load the box and be like, I'm letting anybody else but this
They
guy
did.
beat me? And
Because
Hurts-
then you see what happens in Super
Hurts
Bowl
did.
59, and we put up 55 on your head, like,
and
or
Hurts
the
aired it
NFC
out.
title
That's all
game.
I'm saying. I think Hurts is going
Right,
to air it
but
out.
teams, I'm saying to you is that just like we say, teams are going to, not let Saquon do that. They're the same teams that watch the NFC title game, and they're the same teams that watch the Super Bowl. If you're going to play man coverage, it ain't about Jalen Hurts. It's about Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Good luck, all right? That's it. So
Also,
we'll
we
be
gotta
seeing you
come
in
up
the
with
end
a
zone.
different 4th and 5 point. I mean, it's just so predictable. The 4th and 5 deep shot to AJ Brown every single time. If it works, it works. But I don't know how no one's caught on to that. Every 4th down play that's like 4th and 5 is just literally just a go route for AJ Brown.
Huh. Look, it's gonna be rough to watch. The Eagles are gonna be rough to watch. Are you?
You
okay?
can't take that You can't take that seriously. I mean,
There's not even a super chat attached to that nonsense.
What are you watching? A cassette tape of the 1998 Eagles? What the hell's wrong with you, Pumper? Come on, man.
Oh,
It's going to be rough to
Marcus.
watch for the opposition.
Breaking news, not really breaking, but Marcus
Omar Epps,
Omar Epps is back.
or there's rumor. Did it actually happen?
Yeah, it's happened. Yeah,
See, Bryce
Hey,
Harper was in here.
it's just get to get deeper, man. It ain't that
Yeah.
serious.
well,
Pump
did he?
freaking-
I wonder if he made the roster or if they brought him back
No,
as
they brought
a
him
Saints
practice
released
squad
him.
guy.
No, they brought him back.
Right. So is he a practice squad guy, or
I don't believe so.
I'm checking right now.
I don't believe so.
wouldn't they have to cut somebody if?
They do.
Or did they
think
cut
that-
Keegan? I think they cut the offensive lineman today. Is
Well,
that
they
his
cut
replacement?
him. They cut Keegan and McCollum so they could sign the
Okay.
guard from the Rams and the long snapper.
Right, but was McCollum on the? I don't think
McCollum was
McCollum made
initially
the
on the
53.
53. He was.
Oh, he did. Okay, so there
Yeah.
you go. That's his
They
replacement.
started with
Yeah.
4 safeties. They went down to 3 for now, and then obviously
Well, that's
Wait,
also
how
a
many
Makuba
yards-
thing.
How many yards a game you think Hurts will throw for? Just curious.
Well, hold on. Before you get into
220.
that, I think that
Oh,
answers-
well,
210.
that's what I was saying.
No. I think he will throw. I think he will have no more than, and I'm stretching here. I don't think he'll have more than 2 games in the regular season. Keep him regular season that he will throw more than 250 yards.
Okay. Well, your first
I-
answer was 220. I was going to say,
I
'cause
mean,
220
Yeah, I'm going way down.
Everything you're saying is making perfect sense, but honestly, I just don't see them giving Barkley as many touches this year.
All right, but then
No.
then defensive coordinators are going to see what happened in the Super Bowl because Jalen can do that. You're making his life so easy. And honestly, I think if you ask a defensive coordinator, that's easier as an offense than to run the ball 35, times
Right.
over and over and wait for it to crack. They'd rather play that way
I just think
and try to tire out your offensive line. I don't know. Like that
I
to
mean,
me is
I-
the easier way. What are you going to let AJ Brown and Devontae Smith? We've seen that too many times now. They just burn guys all day long.
I just think they're going to air it out more this year.
I'm with you.
I
Noah.
think they're going to be the same offense.
Yeah, they'll be the if you
don't run. Can we just pump our brakes here? Goodness gracious! Don't run from your identity. Don't run from just what won you a Super Bowl. Like goodness gracious, right?
No, I hear
Everything-
you.
Everything's set up on a quarterback being able to run and a running back being the best in the NFL. So you go off of that. So when teams want to come up and load the box, you throw more, right? But teams would rather get blow.
Yes,
Then you air it out on them. So you know that you just have a guy in the backfield that's a home run hitter that puts things on steroids for you. This running game, we talked about this time last preseason, and we can go back and watch it, is Jalen Hurts and DeAndre Swift on steroids. That was what was phrased by myself last year. I didn't, not Captain Obvious to know that, right? If he was healthy. And that's what we just watched. So why are we going to run from what I said in week 4? After week 4, if you keep the attempts in 25 or under and play to the identity of this team, which is let your maulers go maul, you ain't going to lose many games. They just so happen to not lose any.
No, there's no disputing that. I'm just telling you what I think they're going to do.
Well, I'm just telling you what you think they're going to do, or you're going to go win you 10 games.
Yeah, that's going to lose them games. And here's the thing. Jalen Hurts is great. And this is how good our team is like, yeah, Jalen Hurts is great. Saquon is great. AJ is great. Devontae is great. The offensive line is great. That's why you put up 50 points or 55 points in an NFC title game. That's why you go up 40-6 against a dynasty in a Super Bowl. So all those things are true. As good as Jalen is, I think he's great. I do. I think he's great. I don't think he's going to throw for 4,000 yards. Why? Because as good as Jalen is, Saquon's the best running back in the NFL. So if you take him out of a game, you're just making your own football team worse.
Okay, you're going to see play action. You saw play action last year. Like
Exactly. What are we doing?
If you set up the run, everything else goes off of it. Now, if you don't have a good running game and you got a better passing game, then you're going to throw first to set up your running game. But when you have the best running game in football, holy shit. When you have the best running game in football, go do what you do great. You guys sound like Jeffrey Lurie. You know what I mean? You guys sound like Jeffrey Lurie. You want it to. I told you last year that if you run it, it can be electric too. Like with Saquon. And they did it. It was more electric than I even thought it could be. And then they went on a Super Bowl doing it. Was that fun? I was going to ask you. Was
real
that
fun?
Time?
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good
Tons
time.
of fun.
Now my guy's old enough to go to Broad Street. He's old enough now to go to Broad Street, in my opinion. And
You can come with Uncle Greg. You can come with Uncle Greg.
We're trying to get there again. Because the big dog missed it last year. Because there was no it was too young. It's too young. Right? So now he's ready to go. He's ready to enjoy that. And my other bold prediction is this is a dynasty. They're going to win again this year. They're awesome. If they're healthy, they're winning again. And we'll be talking about how good they are next all season too. So I mean, this is what we're in. So enjoy.
I mean, if you were a Ravens fan,
predictions for a reason. These aren't guarantees. I just think he's capable of 235 a game. 235 a game.
I don't think he's capable whatsoever.
Oh, he's capable.
If he's
of it.
Right, but realistically, that's not going to happen. So let's not come on.
I just totally
that's
disagree.
not going to happen.
If I'm a defense, I'm doing everything in my power to, like Ryan said.
Guys, this doesn't matter to. Sorry, Bucket. To Swoop. This doesn't matter to being elite.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with being elite.
We're not doing this anymore. I don't care about the fucking eye test. God damn it! Holy shit! No, we care about what the numbers are. I don't give a shit what the numbers look like. How consistent can we be? We care about what? The wins. All he does is win. Let him go win. You don't want to be WIP and sit here and scrutinize all the shit because you want ratings. You want people to call. Okay, does he win? I don't care how it looks. I'm over that.
If defenses are actually dumb enough to do what the Chiefs did, because to me that was the Chiefs being like, "Hey, NFL, don't do this because we're going to put up 40 in one half." So if they're dumb enough to do that, yeah, he'll throw for 400 yards a game. But defenses are not going to do that because they saw how stupid that was and how easy it is for AJ Brown to be like, "Oh, okay, you want to play me one-on-one all game?" All right.
Our defense was big time in that Super Bowl. You're acting like it was 10-0 to Gene pick sixes.
We're not talking about that. I'm talking about the other side of the ball. I'm talking about the other side of the ball.
Hurts sling it. Hurts through one deep ball. Like it wasn't all Hurts. Hurts had a great game. Don't get me wrong, but it had nothing to do. It was all.
How easy did they move up and down the field? When did our punter step on the field?
How easy did the Chiefs go up and down the field? They didn't.
But no, that takes two to tango. You're right, Mike. Nobody's discrediting the greatest defense, in my opinion, of the last decade or so. So nobody's discrediting that. But we can't take away that we didn't.
Yeah. How did he play? How did he play?
We could have punted all day too. It could have been 7-0 into the Coop pick six, and we didn't move the football. We put up 10 early. But we can't run from the fact that we said, "You're my bitch." You know what I mean? We did that quick. We did it quick. I mean, your point is right. Like, it was a deep ball late, and I get all that. But let's not act like we didn't we didn't establish ourselves offensively too in this football game. And what Luke's saying is, always getting at is, teams aren't going to be stupid to come down and load the box up on you and go play two great wide receivers one-on-one and get your ass.
No
They're not
chance.
gonna do it.
No chance. They're going to do what the Baltimore did in that game, where they're daring you to run the ball, and you finally break one. Now the game's over. All right, good. It was a close game. That's what they want you to do.
Now, if those guys are banged up on the outside, then absolutely you're coming and loading the box up, and that's where it can be difficult for any quarterback when you don't get the playmakers. But man, I know what you guys are saying, and he's absolutely capable of doing it. Nobody's running from that. But I think that would be stupid to go.
Not on this team. No, he's not. No, this is not like a Jalen Hurts thing. If Jalen Daniels was on this team, I still wouldn't say that because Saquon and the offensive line is that good.
If Joe Burrow was on this team,
it's not a Jalen thing. It has nothing to do with Jalen.
I just need him to throw for 3,500 with this running game.
Also, let's not forget in the Super Bowl in that first drive that we had, I mean, that bullshit offensive pass interference call, we were going right down the field on them anyway. I mean, that was bullshit. We can call it like it is.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that to Luke's point, that said a lot on how defenses are going to try to game plan it because you're going to lose either way. That's the point. You want to come load the box, you're going to lose that way. You want to come try to play zone and contain the running game, then it's going to be 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards, 2 yards, 70. You know what I mean? Like that's where it was. So, I mean,
if you're a defensive coordinator, though, what's the fastest way to lose a game against the Eagles? A.J. Brown going right up the field on your number one cornerback all day long. All day long. That's the quickest way for you to lose a game.
Now, if you're a team that's got there's caveats. If you're a team that feels like you got two shutdown corners, and find me those, right? Find me those. Maybe Denver, okay, but find me the team that has two lockdown corners that really trust them that much to go island time. We're on island talk, okay? Then you have an argument of then coming and loading the box. If I'm a defensive coordinator and I got Surtain, I keep forgetting the other guy.
I think you just named the only team. Named the only team.
I would come load the box on us all day because I'm going to trust them until I can't. But no, the Chiefs can't do that.
I think it's another white guy.
The Chiefs can't do it.
No,
right? The Chiefs don't.
We just saw it. We just watched it. We just watched it.
So Buckets, to your point, it's got to be the right team to say I trust my corners that much to not get burnt early because every team's scared about the deep ball early. And that's why you run early and it sets it all up. The Chiefs did the opposite. The Chiefs said, Saquon ain't winning this game. We're going to see how good Jalen Hurts is. That's what they said. And they found out.
You have to establish the run early because that opens everything else up. That's
no doubt.
They even did it in that game. They weren't getting anything, remember? Like he was getting bottled up in that game early. You remember, guys?
Or the Chiefs?
The Devontae dagger.
Saquon.
Yeah.
Saquon early in that football game was not getting anything. Because they weren't going to allow it.
He got nothing.
Yeah, the whole game he was. Yeah,
he got held under 50 yards rushing.
But early on, they still ran the ball, though. Is my point. They still tried to establish it, even though they weren't allowing it. And then they said, "Okay."
Listen,
to your point, like they still established.
Hurts was great. He was awesome all year. He was great in both Super Bowls. He did throw a pick, and the defense did stand on their heads. Our defense stood on their heads. To me, that was the storyline of the Super Bowl. It wasn't, oh my God, Hurts aired it out. The Chiefs defense is so stupid. It was our defense was so good that how could the punter ever come on the field when you're giving the offense the ball on the 30 or in the red zone? So it was like that was to me the story of the game. But
with the DeJean pick six, I mean, after that it was over from there.
I mean, they didn't have a first down. Their first 3 drives.
I mean, it was an all-time defensive performance, but they couldn't stop us worth shit either.
Yeah, it was over 10-0.
And one of the most memorable plays of that game, the Devontae touchdown, was because, hey, we're sending the entire team at Saquon Barkley. There's no way you're throwing the ball. What was it, 30? I don't even remember what the score was, 34-6.
34-6.
Now the game's over. And it's not about you threw the number out there. I'm not saying Jalen is not capable of throwing from 230 yards a game. But if you ask an Eagles fan, what's the most efficient way for this team to go and win a Super Bowl? I just watched it with my own eyes. Why should we play another way? Why should we even test another way? So, yes, I do think that he's not capable of doing it in a realistic winning formula. We just watched it. It's not a Jalen thing. Nothing to do with him.
I agree with you. Why go away from it? That's the winning formula. Totally agree with you. I just don't think they win 13, 14 games. I think they're going to win 11, 12 max. I'm
at 12.
Vegas on it. I'm just trusting that Vegas has 11 and a half. Vegas ain't wrong too much. It's going to be 12 or 11.
Okay. So you're trusting Vegas.
We're the Super Bowl favorite.
No. You're trusting Vegas on everything, but 3,200 puts you at 4,000.
What do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean.
No,
Vegas over under 3,200 yards.
Oh,
yeah, you went 4K.
Yeah, I mean, you can break stuff up because I think. Let's
I just had to do it to you.
You might have to. You might have to play all 17. I don't think he's going to miss 3 games.
What makes you think, outside of injuries, what makes you think this is an 11-win football team?
Just injuries and schedule. You don't know what's going to happen.
No.
This the offensive coordinator could try
take the schedule. Take the schedule out. First of all, I'm just going to remove something. I don't give a fuck about the schedule because we don't know how healthy they're going to be. So remove the schedule from it. You don't ever break it down by the schedule. You break it down. How good do you think this football team is?
I think they're great.
Okay. Take injuries out because we don't know. How many wins does this football team have? No injuries. That's the conversation. You don't go into this being like, oh, well, if they have like 4 or 5 injuries here, they're like 11-win team. No. How good are they on paper right now?
Vegas says 11.5.
How good are they to you? I don't give a fuck what they say. How good do you think they are?
12.
Okay. No, I'm just no injuries. How good a football team? 12 is a great number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
they win the division with 12.
You would think so. Yeah.
You just don't know what you don't know. But again, you have to eliminate injuries. But
I think Washington comes back to reality a little bit this year. I mean, I think 12.
I couldn't agree more.
I think 12 or 13 wins gets you the division by a landslide. I mean, I can see
Dallas being better, dude.
Yeah, but they're not winning 11 games.
Yeah,
like they're not.
I see.
No,
Dallas,
they're not winning 11 games.
I see Dallas maybe being a 9-win team.
Their defense is so bad. Oh my God, their defense is awful.
I don't think they're good either. I'm just making a case offensively. They got talent. You know, they could be better than Washington.
Who's the running back? I don't even know who the running back is.
They could give us
like the rookie from Texas. He stinks. Like
anybody,
Williams, yeah,
but anybody can come out of nowhere a little bit and make a run that you didn't expect. Is all my point. I don't think Dallas is that good, but offensively they are. Like offensively, they have arguably one of the best.
When you're that, I just watched Cincinnati do a very similar thing, and they didn't even come close. And they came sniffing at the end, like they pretended like they had a chance. They never.
I still think it's Washington. Washington's our biggest threat. New York's a better football team, but they're not
way better.
But they're not a threat yet. Okay, at least not yet. I don't think they're jumping that quick as long as Russell Wilson is their starting quarterback. Yeah. So now if it's Jameis, you probably get a little bit more offense, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think they're going to take that next step until, the rookie plays and another draft. I think they're another draft away, some free agency away, to being another competitor. So this defense is this division's getting better slowly, but this is why it's our time right now, right? It's our time right now to capitalize. So, okay, 12 wins.
As far as the rest of the division goes, I'm going to go out on a limb here. Within the NFC East, I think the last place team in our division wins at least 7 games. I don't think
I agree with that.
I don't think you're going to have a 3, 4, 5 win team. Dormant.
No, on paper, you're right. Outside of injuries, you're spot on.
And I see Dallas winning 9 games. I see Washington and anywhere between 8 and 10, depending on injuries and whatnot.
I still think they're an 11-win team on paper.
Yeah,
dude. You talk about injury concern. They're, flashing light at them. They have This is a fact. I'm not even just making this up. They have the oldest roster in the NFL in the last 13 years.
That's insane.
And so with all of that caps, so the big threat with them last year was like, wow, they have this young quarterback. They just made the NFC title game. They have all this cap space and they have the draft picks. They just brought in a bunch of older guys. Tunsil's like the only guy that they brought in where I'm like, all right, that was a good move.
That's a
The
good
rest of
move.
them, like Debo Samuel, like, what are we doing? And then like Zach Ertz is like your right now, like your primary outside of Terry McLaurin, like your primary guy. Like, what is he, like 36 now? Like, what are we doing? I don't understand it. Running back, you got rid of Brian Robinson Jr. and you're counting on Eckler, who's like in his 30s. What are we doing?
And
They're
Hyphen.
real old, really, really
Hyphen.
old.
Hyphens
Yep,
are
they
never
are.
And
good.
Bobby Wagner's like 42, and he's coming back. Like, what are we doing? I don't get that at
The
all.
only
No, they got, like-
gadget spinner.
Yeah, you got a gadget, little toy, and he stinks. I'm not worried about him. You're right. They're super old, which is crazy because they were just felt like they were just super young.
Yeah.
They got old. They got old overnight. But that quarterback that quarterback can still ball out. So that's why
Mhm.
they're a threat. Unless he takes a little bit of a step back, that's the only thing that's stepping them back because he's an absolute threat. Year 2 with the offensive coordinator. I wouldn't poo-poo them yet until guys start getting banged up.
I'll
I
just
still
say
think
this:
they're really
a
good.
year ago today, trust me, this was happening. CJ Stroud was in top 5 quarterback conversations. He's not even remotely in that conversation today.
Yeah, that's
So
a
I think
different guy.
I think he's a better player. He's a
That's
better
an Ohio
player
State
than
guy,
CJ
that's why.
Stroud.
It's an Ohio
Yeah,
State
he's a better
quarterback,
player
that's
than
why.
CJ Stroud. I'm not going to say he's going to have that kind of fall off, but I'm just saying after 1 year, let's pump the brakes a
Well,
little
this is
bit.
why-
Yeah, he's
won't.
5th in MVP voting.
Well, this is why
Yeah,
I
like-
won't.
He's 5th in MVP odds.
I'm not agreeing with that stuff. This is where I'm going to tell you the separator bar, and you can take it or leave it. Right? One guy can't run, the other guy can. That's always. gonna be
He's
the
not
difference.
CJ Stroud. I'm not saying he
So-
is.
But
But
one's
just
an
the-
Ohio
the
State
MVP
quarterback.
stuff
With all
makes
due
sense to me.
respect, one's an Ohio State quarterback. Okay, so that was cute. That little run, he's an Ohio State quarterback. I don't know how many are that good.
The
Maybe I'm
MVP stuff
missing-
makes
Oh,
Maybe
sense.
I'm missing
I
that.
remember the legendary Bobby Hoying.
The MVP thing makes sense to me because, like Luke just said, it's the oldest team in 13 years. If they're going to be relevant and they win 11, 12 plus games, like
Right.
to me, he's in that conversation. Like it's
Dude, he
like
can flat out move. He extends plays. I thought like his reactions and stuff were good. I mean, we beat him down for sure, right? But that kid can play, man. I think I'm not gonna say he's better than Stroud, but I don't know because of the legs outside of injuries, right, Greg? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think the legs play such a part in that where you make up for stuff, right? Where CJ doesn't have that game in him, right? Where
he's
like
better
Lamar,
than CJ.
yeah, but like Lamar and guys who can move, it makes your life easier when you can move. That's all. When you
also
can
does
run,
the CJ conversation change if Diggs doesn't tear his ACL and who's the other guy? Tank Dell doesn't break his leg in half.
well,
does
that's where they made a mistake where they went and got a crump. Like you just had a quarterback wide receiver feud in a place, and I told you guys Buffalo would be better, right? I told you that after they got rid of him that they would be better because everybody had to look at him all the time. Throw to him, throw to him, throw to him. That dude's a cancer. The second that stuff happens in Buffalo, I'm not going and getting them. Makes sense? Like, how am I helping my young quarterback? I'm bringing a diva in. I'm bringing snorting lines of cocaine on a boat. What am I bringing in to my organization, though? Right? That's a bad move. It looks good on paper, and the numbers say, "Oh, he got him Diggs." Okay, but you got him a loser in a way. You got him like a sort of a diva, and you don't want to do that with a young quarterback because now what he does, I got to give him the ball all the time. He was better when he was.
Because the Birds won a Super Bowl because of him.
He was better off the year before because he was spreading the football around. And who's the kid who's always hurt there? What's the wide receiver who's always hurt?
Tank Dell,
Who's the other one?
Nico Collins.
What,
Mechie.
Buffalo?
John Mechie was
No.
Yeah.
No.
Buffalo
not Tank
guy.
Dell.
It might be Dell. Who's his boy? Is Dell his boy?
Yeah, Tank Dell. He
Yeah,
broke his leg in
Tank
half.
Dell.
Yeah. When Dell's healthy, he's really good.
Yeah.
Not Dell. Dell is, but Stroud.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
That's his guy. So for whatever reason, I'm chalking up last year for him. He lost his guy, and that's it's a big to their offense for whatever reason. And some guys just have their guy, I'll chalk up year 2 to him. His injuries around him, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he'll
fair.
be better. He'll be better this year, but I don't know. I'm not trying to crown Jaden, but I just think he scares me a little bit. He scares me a little bit playing it, just because he likes to move. But we have a defense that likes that. So, in my opinion, because we have the edge guys that are so fast that I think it contains that. So that's why.
And I think you saw the Eagles make that conscious effort though to draft too. When you look at geez, I don't even know why I'm blank on the first kid. What? Oh my god, the first round pick, and then you look at the kid from Georgia too, right? Kid Georgia, we'll talk about running around the SEC with that type of speed. Now he probably won't have an impact right away, but if Dean's back, and you move Jahad Campbell. Yeah. Down to his hand in the dirt, or at least standing up at the line of scrimmage, as opposed to as a linebacker, right? Smeal might get some more run as you get into the season, and there's that athleticism, because we don't face Washington until the end of the year.
Yeah.
So we face Washington 2 of the last 3 weeks. So all of this is going to be leading up to what kind of year is Washington having, and what kind of year are we having, and what those last 2 weeks are going to match up as big. Because one of those weeks might not even matter. Right? That week, 18, 17, whatever, however many games we play, that last week of the year might not matter for both of us.
Who's a better defense in the NFL than the Philadelphia Eagles right now?
Denver. I think Denver is the best defense, but their offense is
Denver's still pretty good. I still think
questionable.
Pittsburgh's really good.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's always going to be really good.
But they're old, man. They
are
got old too.
They definitely
got
are old.
really old. But
that back end is still
defense.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Denver's better. That's the only team I'm willing to say is better.
And that's a good one, right? AFC, so it doesn't really affect us as much, right?
Yeah.
So in the NFC, there isn't.
I don't think anybody in the NFC is as good as us.
Talk dirty with me here, okay? Amuse me here. It's the best defense in football, or at least in the NFC. Okay, we'll give them that. The best defense in the NFC. They're young. They're young. They're not going away anytime soon. How are we not at 13 wins? That's where I'm like looking at you guys with binoculars. But
because there's always the game or two that say, wow, how the fuck
you lose to Zach Wilson somehow.
We're 17, boys.
It could be we could lose to Denver somehow.
13-4. It's 4 losses. I'm giving you. I'm writing you in for. That's where I'm at.
They won 14 last year.
Yeah, it's not 13-3 anymore, right? So it's 13-4. I'm giving that loss.
Tommy, I'm right around 12 or 13 wins.
All right, I'm checking your polls. That's where I'm coming at. I'm really coming. Greg hasn't given his yet.
I got 12. I got 12 wins.
I'm 12. I'm with Greg.
I got 12 wins.
I'm
Vegas
Vegas
like you're 11. I'm sorry.
God damn it, Luke. I know he's not throwing for 4,000 yards, but let me have fun. Let me have fun. You said bold prediction.
I didn't like your 11. I'm trying to have fun.
You sounded like you were about to go on FanDuel and up that yardage a little bit. You sounded real convincing.
I don't know.
I had to check you. I had to check you a little bit there.
Think about it. 235 yards, 235 passing yards a game. That's not.
It's not crazy.
That's not
our formula.
crazy.
No, because you mix in a 3-piece and then you mix in a 2 and it's 250, right? You know what I mean? The law of average.
The family bucket at KFC. You get the family meal.
I think he's throwing for 35. I think I'll throw for 35.
He's going to throw for 170, and we're going to win 12 games and win the division with ease, and we'll win a Super Bowl.
And I'll take that too.
So we're just hammering Vegas. 11.5, 12. Over.
But think about it.
All right, this is a walk in the park to 13, if healthy.
Jalen could throw for 4K, and quite possibly you could still have Saquon running for 1,500 plus.
Madden on easy. Listen, no, I mean you're not. Listen, on the surface, you're not wrong, right? You're not wrong. But this is what I'll say to you guys. You guys, if this team's healthy, you can go to bed right now. All right? You can wake up on Christmas, all right, and we're good. We're all right. All right, that's how smooth sailing this would be if they're healthy.
You can turn on the Christmas game on Netflix and YouTube TV.
You got to pay $19.99 a month. right?
Peacock.
Oh, you know
I
what
don't know.
the
YouTube TV might not have Fox, so you might not be able to turn on YouTube TV.
no, you see what
Oh,
they
got
just
you.
did? They had
Oh,
they had
are you
YouTube buy like a very short amount of Fox games just in case they don't get it done.
Really?
So like it'll be on, I think it might be on YouTube and not YouTube TV.
Or we watch
Which
the
is
games on
like
Facebook Live.
really-
Like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll have to go to the bar again.
Yeah. Dietz and Watson television, friggin'.
We know a guy there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know somebody there.
I'm just that sold on it, guys. Like it's that easy. It's that easy, and the schedule could be hard, and that's cute. And who you play, and I'll say it again. You know, they got to play us. I don't know if everybody didn't get that memo. And this is what I'm saying. If you talk about it and you really believe in it, good things happen. We spent decades in this city talking about the negative. Spent decades.
True.
So we got to make it. We got to make an adjustment there. And last year we were positive, right? We were more positive after we got not 2-2. We weren't.
Yeah.
When we got moving, there was more positivity.
Do we do breakout yet?
No, well, let's do a breakout. Who's your breakout player this year?
Will Shipley.
Mine's easy. I've been saying mine
Ooh.
for months. Will Shipley's a good one. He's got to be RB2. I'm not an AJ Dillon guy one bit. I think he stinks. I like Will Shipley.
Quad father?
The quad
Anything
father.
All quads, no game. I've been saying this guy for months. I think he's a lock to be a breakout. Borderline lock. I'm willing to go the full lock. Moro Ojomo. I mean,
Nice.
he played on course the entire regular season with Milton Williams. Milton Williams took
You could
his
argue
game
he's
to,
better.
like,
You could argue
Yeah.
he's better because he
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
had less snaps.
Yeah, Milton Williams took his game to a whole other stratosphere in the postseason.
Yes,
Made him
he did.
$100 million. Well deserved. Super Bowl champion. You stepped up in the big games. Nothing but respect. Good for you. Moro Ojomo's that guy. And when you play on a team like this next to Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, you know that Jordan Davis, unless it's 3rd and 1, you're playing on 3rd down as the 3rd defensive tackle on this team. You're going to eat playing next to Jalen Carter on 3rd down. I think Moro Ojomo is going to have a breakout year. I don't think he's a free agent this year, after this year. Maybe it's the year after that.
I think it's one
Yeah.
more, so we had 2 more.
So I would not be surprised at all if in 2 years he's making $100 million too, or close to it.
The Jalen Carter effect.
And the Jordan Davis, because
Yep.
you're playing on 3rd down. You are playing on 3rd down, and you're playing next to Jalen Carter. Go eat.
Talk dirty to me. I love it.
No, so I don't know the exact injury to him, but mine is Andrew Makuba. Listen, I think when you
Love it.
I
I
Love
think it's
it.
just a hamstring, so I don't think it's anything major,
good,
Tommy.
good. That's what I thought it was. I wasn't sure.
Because again, going back to the roster, you didn't bring anybody in, and you actually cut a guy. Now, obviously, Omar Epps is back, right? But like,
What about
you didn't go out and like make a huge deal about the safety position. So that should tell you, to your point, and your bold prediction or breakout, that should be everything you need to know about your guy.
I think he creates 5 turnovers. I think he'll hit the shit out of you. So no problem hitting you. No, I mean, you got the freebie in the preseason. Thank you, right? But when listen, the ball finds you if you're a Hawk. We talked about it on draft night. The ball will find you if you got Hawk in you. He got a Hawk in him, and he'll play downhill. So I think I mean, we know about Campbell. We don't even got to talk about that anymore. But this one's a home run pick here. And the only reason he dropped is because of size. And then you put on the film or the highlights. You only got to put on film. Put on the highlight tape and watch him go hit. And then you think if there's a problem with him hitting somebody. Now, we talk about rapping. You come downhill and you smoke somebody, you don't got rapping. So I can't be higher on a guy again at a position where we essentially in the defensive backfield where we just hit on 2 guys the year prior. I'm going to say this. This is almost like, and Greg and Noah will appreciate it. This is almost Lito Shepherd, Sheldon Brown, Michael Lewis. All right. Michael Lewis was a really good football player here, and then signed with San Francisco, wasn't as good when he wasn't around these guys, but Makuba's better than him. So this is like that on steroids. That's what this is. That's what this will be. That's what this is going to become. It will become that on steroids. That's how good those 3 are, in my opinion. That's how good they are. I don't care if Reed's there or whoever else is in the other spot, because that's how good those 3 are. Legion of Boom made other guys better. Byron Maxwell stunk and got paid a ton of money to stink here, okay? Because of those guys. It goes back to the Adoree Jackson. It goes back to the Achille Ringo. Whoever the hell you want to put over there. You got 4 guys, though, because Reed's that good of a football player. Think about that. Whoever that guy is, if he doesn't play at a higher level, well, he should get out of the league. He should be in an arena league then. Whoever that guy is, if he don't compete at a higher level and above his level of play, right, then he needs to go arena football. That's how that shit works. Because if you can't play with those 4 guys, who can you play with? If they don't make your life easier, then who can you play with? But Makuba, I think he takes. I don't know if he takes the football away 5 times, but he creates 5, right, Luke? Like,
he's like I mean, you said it. He reminds me of CJ because CJ was not a guy. He's not wrapping you up. I remember we played Washington.
Yeah,
he had he was wrapping Terry McLaurin for 10 yards. He dragged him in the end zone. So he's not wrapping anybody up. He's lighting you up and he's taking the football away. I like him a lot. If he stays healthy, he's great. That's the big question with him.
I'm going to go with Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
How?
I'm sorry?
How?
I don't know. For some reason.
No. I don't mean how. I mean, like, how's he getting enough playing time to do it is my question to you. Not that he's not a good enough player to break it.
No, I hear you.
But where's the playing time coming? Where's the snaps?
I don't know. I have a feeling. Yeah, I have a feeling. I have a feeling he's gonna see them field more than we think as the season goes on. And I think once we start getting to week 7, week 8, look out.
You don't think, okay, the only way this happens, babe, the only way this is even possible is if Nakobe doesn't come back and play and they move Campbell downhill and they put Jeremiah as the other linebacker, which again,
or if or as we talked about earlier, like you said, like those 3 guys, none of them can get to the quarterback, and they're like, Jihad, we need you up there.
Yeah.
We gotta make an adjustment. Yeah.
And Nakobe's not healthy enough yet.
Yeah.
That's the only way. But I don't disagree.
I don't know.
You're not like a moron. Like, I'm not calling you're not a moron here.
No, I understand that.
The kid's gotten better. So
at least not most of the time.
And he's got pedigree. He's got pedigree in his loins, right? Pedigree below the belt, which matters. And yeah, I mean, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just saying that you're not crazy, but I just don't know where the playing time comes from.
I see him making a big leap, and I know.
Well, where?
It'll take a while for him to get on the field, but I think
leaping over the bench.
That's right.
No, I mean special teams. I mean, listen.
He will be in special teams, no doubt.
To your point, though, he could be our best special teamer, which is really important.
No, I definitely think he's going to contribute there, but I see him getting some playing time at outside linebacker.
I agree with he's going to get. He's obviously going to get some time.
You know,
because they're not going to.
I think he'll make the most of his opportunities, and you know, and as far as Jihad Campbell goes, I see him much more as an edge rusher anyway.
Oh man, I think he can cover too.
I'm going to go Will Shipley. I think everyone's expecting Dylan to get the RB2 role. Maybe he does early, but I think Shipley ends up winning that job. And I think anytime he gets on the field, they're going to think, oh, thank God Barkley's off of it. So here comes a pass. And he looks good. Like, I mean, he's got.
He is good.
Yeah, I know, but
I
he's
think
got.
he-
half-
I
I
think
mean,
he already
people
won the
forget
role.
what he did at Clemson.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he was a
People
tremendous
forget what
college
he
football
did at
player.
Clemson.
And I
And
thought he
I'm
was there
not-
for 17 years. Sorry, Greg. I feel like
He
he was there
does.
for like 17 years because that's how like good he was from day one. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, it took him all the way to the conference championship game to get a touchdown. I think he gets like 4 this year. I think defenses are going to be like, okay, thank God Barkley's off the field, and he reminds me of like, I mean, he's got half a foot on him, but he reminds me of Sproles. He's like a little water bug. He just like, I don't know. He's got like a burst of speed. I just like him.
I think him getting on the field and him playing over AJ Dillon will come down to who's a better pass blocker.
I think they already came out with that. I think he's got that covered.
I would think so too. I'm just saying that's what defines that. Like it's
I
not
mean,
even
AJ
like,
Dillon barely even made the 53-man
I was going to say, there
he was hanging on by a thread.
of AJ
Yeah.
getting cut.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's how much they believe in Will, and that's how much I think we
Yeah,
all do.
yeah.
Because he's that good of a football player, and I don't think the pass blocking's an issue for him at all. Because again, it's a guy who
No.
played a lot of football at Clemson and had to do it there, and he's got a
Mhm.
burst. To your point, Mike, like buckets, he's got a burst. I know they broke his balls because the one he got caught at like the
Yeah.
1-yard line, right?
Yeah.
But he's still got a burst. He ain't Saquon, but it's a good change of pace. He's physical.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
not saying he's fast, but he's quick.
No, he's
If
quick.
that makes
He's,
sense, he's
he's
quick.
quick.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't need you
I
quick
know
for
he's
the
not in the
first 5 yards.
conversation. Yeah, and I know he's not in the conversation, but I know it's like Dotson and DeJean, but I could see him returning punts.
Again, he's done it.
Yeah.
He
Like, I
did
can
it at
see, like,
Clemson.
Dude,
Which
that's a
we've been
good football
starved.
There was
player.
little
That's
he
what I'm
didn't
talking
do at Clemson, right?
I
There was
almost-
little
that
he
was
didn't
almost-
do there. I think
that
Tommy,
was
to your
my
point,
point.
right? He was there 37 years.
That was my bold prediction, and I went a different way, Buckets, which is funny. You went that way because in my head it was Shipley going for like 700 yards and like 4 or 5 touchdowns, and just like, just a little bit of a breakout. That'd be breakout, which isn't
Mhm.
crazy to do in 17 games. You know what I mean? It's not. It's
For
not
him,
crazy.
it would be with Barkley in front of him.
Well, there's the other side of it. Even though it's my bold prediction, I could see him miss a game or two this year. Like I don't like talking injuries, but I could see something minor, or just giving him more touches.
Yeah.
Because they gave
Yeah.
Kenny touches. Kenny got touches here.
Kenny got about
drives.
10 to 15, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny got drives. We saw it.
And Barkley's not selfish at all. Like, you see it also. Like, if we're up 30, he's going to be like, yeah, let him eat.
I think the kid's going to eat. To your point, I love that. I love that bold prediction. That's such a good underrated football player that we don't talk about because we have arguably the MVP in the league and Saquon Barkley. So we don't really talk about who the second running back is here.
Yeah.
But that
Which
dude-
we should, because
We should.
honestly, it felt like even with Saquon winning Offensive Player of the Year, it felt like Kenny made like 2 big plays a game.
Sure
Kenny's
did.
Like
good.
2,
I
like
love Kenny.
it's a passing down, it's 3rd and 4, and you're my check down guy. I just need you to break a tackle and get me a first down. It felt like he made 2 of those plays a game. If Will Shipley can do that, he's a breakout guy for sure.
And you nailed it. Kenny's such a good football player.
Yeah.
We will miss Kenny, but
We will.
we're lucky because we're drafting well again. We're going and drafting that type of player again that can catch the football out of the backfield. He can do all those things, and that's why Will Shipley's such a weapon, and such a great pick, right? Because you can let a guy grow and season at the NFL level a little bit, but got good hands, got a burst. So yeah, let's go.
Before I go, we got hit that like. We got over 80 people watching across all our platforms. Let's go. Hit that like, subscribe. Throw us a share. Come on. Eagles going 12 wins and plus. If you like 12 wins or plus, hit the like. My breakout is Jalix Hunt. We saw glimpses of it. I think with some full-time reps, I see double-digit sacks. Right? I think he takes over for where Josh Sweat was, right? And that production that we got from Josh Sweat. And I think he cements himself across from Nolan Smith as those 2 quote-unquote bookends going forward into the future. Like when his name, when Hendrickson, before he was signed, and everybody's throwing out those hypothetical trades, right? And even for Mike, with Nolan Smith or Jalix Hunt plus picks. No, I was out on all of it, right? Like I wasn't giving up Nolan Smith, first of all. And then the recent rumors and the fake trades that you hear with Jalix Hunt, there's probably very few people in the NFL I would trade Jalix Hunt with picks for, just because of the upside and and realistically the financial control that we have over him for the next 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And his production is going to outweigh what we owe him for the next few years.
Well, he matched. The crazy thing about him is his regular season numbers a sack and a half, right? His postseason numbers a sack and a half.
Yeah.
Right? So he essentially in less time he had
Once
a better
PG,
he had a better postseason than he did regular season. It's crazy because he had 10 postseason total tackles. He had 21 the whole regular season.
Yep.
Right. So when he had his opportunity,
and he didn't really play till BG got hurt.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
that was
where
it.
I'm going. So
Yeah.
when he didn't get, as soon as he had his opportunity, he showed, and I think that goes into are we signing Josh Sweat? Right. That's the
100%.
decision in the Josh Sweat is okay. What did he look like on film when he had his opportunities? Well, to your point, he looks like a guy who can break out, and he needs to. I mean, that's a guy that, in my opinion, on the other side of a guy that you expect to get double digits in Nolan Smith. I need 8 from Jalen Hunt. I need an 8 number, 8.5. I need a jump, man. If you're going to go play the other side, I need that jump. I mean, what did Sweat give us last year? I mean, he's on a
I think
milk
it was
cart
right about
too.
10. I think it was right about 10.
10 or 11.
Yeah, but he'll milk cart in your ass too. Sometimes.
All right, this is interesting. I just saw on Twitter right now. The Eagles put in a waiver claim.
8 sacks.
Okay,
That's
there
a
you
pretty
go.
good number. The
So
Eagles
I
put in a
got
waiver
double
claim
digits.
for
Sorry,
a Ravens defensive back, a corner. So they probably went corner before they went Marcus Epps, and then the Titans had the waiver priority, so they got him. So they really tried to go ahead and pick up a corner right now, which kind of goes back to what I'm saying. I don't think they have any freaking clue right now as to be like, he's definitely starting week 1. Like, I don't think that they know that right now. I think
No,
that they're
I
going
don't
into
think
it
they're
being
going-
like,
They're not going out and getting a corner right now to look for him to start week 1.
no, but they're looking for a guy to compete for the job because they're not in love with anybody.
I don't think they're looking for a guy to compete for the job. I think they're just looking to get deeper because they don't believe in any of it. So they just believe in numbers at that point. To your
I
point,
just-
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. You know what I mean? I'm saying
When
I don't think they're looking for a guy to start though.
right,
You
but
ain't
the
gonna
whole
find that
like
guy
Mac
now.
when the Mac McWilliams report came out, that's when I panicked because if you're talking about a guy that was drafted like 3-4 years ago now and hasn't showed a sign of anything,
was this year.
Mac he was this
drafted
year.
this year. Yeah.
I don't get it. The
I
whole
think
thing
you're
doesn't make
confusing
sense
with
to me.
Zach McPherson
That's
from
exactly what I'm
4 years
doing.
ago.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Because you
I don't-
said McPherson earlier, and I assumed that I missed something, and I'm like,
Yeah,
but I thought they
my
signed
fault.
the kid that they drafted this year out of UCF.
Right.
So Mac.
It's just a lot of bodies competing for a job right now that they don't. And now, like Ringo, like 2 months ago, was the projected starter. Now he's on IR because you don't even want to waste your time with him anymore. And
Is he on
what is
IR?
going on?
When did that happen?
Yeah, about a week ago.
Guys, I don't understand how you guys don't understand. I don't think he's on IR, but I don't think you guys. I don't know. He might be on IR, but I don't. That's what I'm trying to say. They're just going to try to get like another special teams guy, and just try to get deeper because of that loss of him for right now. But that's what I'm saying. Right now, it's Dory Jackson's their starting corner. They don't have anybody else. He's their other starting corner. There's just nobody else to start there. You know, and then Bennett will come in. To your point, Luke, he'll compete for that job when he's healthy. I don't know if he's healthy yet.
But like, who is that? Like, I know who it is, but that's what I'm saying. Like, who? We don't know. They don't know. He didn't get a chance to.
I think they
really
know more
practice
about
enough.
that. Well, that's the whole point. I think they know more about Adoree than they know about, like, compared to the other guys. Like, because
I
of the
agree with
track record.
that.
Like Keely's not good enough.
No,
So they gave him a chance to go prove it, and he failed. You know what I mean? So then they're like, oh shit, we got to go get somebody else to replace him if we start Adoree, hypothetically, right? Or a guy to compete for that job. They go get Bennett, who started, right, is starter in this league, and then they go try to get a special teams guy. That's all. You know what I mean? That's where they're at. So I think it's really is Bennett good enough to take the job from Adoree Jackson? That's what we're going to find out.
over
No
the
chance.
next 3 or 4 weeks because they'll give it, like they did with Coop. If a guy's struggling, they're going to give another guy a chance. So if they feel like the guy's learning the defense and is ready to go.
Well, out the gate, Dallas, KC, Rams, Tampa Bay, Denver. So we're going to figure out CB2 real fast.
Yeah, I ain't worried about no George Pickens. George Pickens' ass down there. But CD, what I worry about. Oh, my God. I just cramped up. We're done. Like this cramp. We're going down. That's a stretch. Oh, baby. It just came right up in me. Over here chugging water, getting dehydrated, just talking about bold predictions.
Don't get old, kids. Don't get old, kids.
I don't know if I can put it back right now.
Get healthy, Tommy. Get healthy.
That's what she said.
Feel good. I mean, no, but like I don't think that position is such a big deal. If you have a guy serviceable, if the other 4 guys are that good. So that's going to be the kicker. But you're right. I mean, we're going to get tested right away. And I'm sure there's going to be some growing pains, and it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? But if we lose Thursday night, we'll overreact to that shit.
100%.
I'm sure it's Dallas.
Don't worry. We're going to destroy Dallas week 1. Don't you worry about a thing.
I think the line's at 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Hey, Bucks. You know what I mean? You want to talk? You want to talk about Vegas not being wrong? That might be it might be right. That might be a roll job.
It's not that they're never wrong. They're just they're rare. They when they miss.
I know what you meant.
Yeah,
I don't need the education. I've been a degenerate a long time.
Wait,
I know
we've been donating to Vegas for a long time.
I've been calling the bookie for years.
Greg can fact check this if he wants to.
You don't want me fact checking, but yes, I can.
Because if I ask you right now, are you worried about the 49ers? Hell no. I'm not. I don't think anybody in the NFL is. Vegas has them as the 5th best odds to win the Super Bowl. I thought that was very interesting. Because if you ask any fan base, how about the 49ers? Like, I'm writing them off so fast. Like, I'm not scared of them.
Who's the 5th best odds?
49ers.
I get the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying. If you ask
me why it is? Because they have the easiest schedule.
Yeah, and the NFC's not great.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a path. And because of that, to your point, Mike, there's a path, right?
Yeah, because if you ask any fan base or like any other team, like, are you worried about them? Hell no. Like I could care less about the 49ers.
If they stay healthy, they can do it.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, McCaffrey, thank you." Drafted him for the first time ever. Never drafted him in my life. I can't.
Oh, you'll be pissed.
I don't think so. That schedule and with what they're saying, we'll see.
The line moved to 6.5.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals could be better than that.
Year 2 of MJH.
Kyler's a mess. Kyler's a mess.
I think Kyler stinks, but besides that,
and that coach is a dweeb.
Well,
I don't like it.
I just think that whole
coach and quarterback. I'm good.
Division, I ain't sold on nobody really.
Who's the coach?
Yeah, but they're all decent. They're all pretty
they're
good,
all decent
but none
teams,
of them are great.
I'm probably sold on the Rams.
I think of the guy's name. Who was the coach? The Manziel.
Jonathan Gannon.
Oh. Who was the dude that coached Manziel? That was
Cliff Kingsbury.
Where's he?
Cliffy Poo.
Washington.
Cliffy Poo. Washington.
Offensive coordinator there.
Yeah.
He used to be over there, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the Rams are good. The Rams are probably the best team in the NFC West.
And to that, though,
Stafford,
they all hinge on Stafford, and he's been banged up all
he
season.
He does not look good right now. But I'd agree with you. They're the only team that gave us a game. They're the only team that gave us a game.
Yeah, and how much is that though? Is just being the old veteran and just being like, oh, he's got this, nagging.
Could
I
be.
think it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but when it's a back and when you've had the injuries that he's had, if it were anyone else, I would maybe agree. But he's had a bunch of injuries in his career.
I just think it's awareness.
He's old.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not, but I think it's just to try to keep him as fresh as possible. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I think it's bullshit. It's easy to go to the back.
Sling it to Devontae.
It's easy to go, the back. His back. We're gonna sit him out today. He's just gonna.
I don't know.
Throw low on the
Doesn't
side.
sound great.
Oh, I'm not telling you this.
I'm hoping that's what AJ Brown.
I don't buy it.
That hamstring.
I don't buy the hammy either.
That's what I'm saying. To your point. I'm hoping that's what that is with Brown.
Like veterans like that. that you're just talking about wear and tear and trying to keep him like healthy and be cautious with him, I don't buy into it. Like when they're like, oh, hammy, oh, it's his back. Like people were all concerned, like, oh, we signed Mechie because AJ's not gonna be healthy. That's not the reason. That was never the reason. It was like 2 weeks.
That's not. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had plenty of
You're
time.
not signing Mechie to replace AJ Brown. No.
So the point is that, like the buckets point, I don't buy into that either. Like, if it's a young guy, you're like, okay, yeah, he's banged up. But if it's like an all pro vet, you're like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they've always done that, but now they always have to like list an injury. They can't just like hold a guy out of practice.
Yeah, the longer you work somewhere, the more vacation days you get.
Yeah, rightfully so, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah. You get to a point you're getting like 12 weeks. You know what I mean? You get 12 weeks off. We're not even working here.
Good news, though. Good news in all of this. Have had a couple fantasy drafts. Did not draft any Eagles.
I drafted one because I had.
That's good stuff.
So I'm doing my part in making sure that we have a good season coming up.
That's all you can do, Greg.
That's all I can do. It's a tough cross I bear.
All right, boys, I gotta go. Go Phils. I'll be there tomorrow.
You going tomorrow?
Yeah.
Nola's got him. No problem.
That's got bad news written all over it. Luke on Nola Day. That's got bad news written all over it.
Uh-oh.
And who's going for Atlanta? Is that Sale or is Sale this weekend?
No, I know it's not him.
I forget. I checked. It was Knowles. I forgot to look who the other guy was. But nice. Enjoy. Hopefully.
Quantrill.
Quantrill.
Hit the
Quantrill.
Don't get too hit.
Yeah.
The runner's 9.5. Oh my god.
All right, go Phils. I'll see you guys.
Phils.
Later, brother.
Hey, Luke.
Go.
See you, bro.
It's the highest over under of any MLB game tomorrow. So Noah's definitely pitching. There'll be fireworks.
Yeah.
Anytime home runs will be flying.
Yeah, I'm just not as. I don't know. We'll get out of here quick here on this one, but I'm not really. I don't think I'm as panicking as much as everybody else is with this sweep.
I mean, I'm not ready to hit the panic button yet, Tom. But
now you come out late. Though tomorrow. I got a problem.
Yeah, that was.
Is that fair?
That was really poor.
Or even just the weekend, right? Like you don't win the series this weekend, and you start compounding this because now you're home, right? We're back home. So to your point, and again, like you said, like we said off air, like we're still 4 games up. Right, as bad and as embarrassing it was as fans to watch that this week, we're still 4 games up, and we still control everything in front of us. Next time we see the Mets, we're at home. It is interesting, and I wanted to ask you guys if you buy into any of the thoughts out there that the Mets have found a tick with our pitchers. Bryce mentioned it on Monday as kind of like a passing comment, not necessarily like a direct shot, but kind of mentioned, they seem to have something on Sanchez to where they kind of knew what was coming. And then I think Jason Stark was on the dial today, and he mentioned like the Mets hit over 600 with runners in scoring position, and they were on every one of Duran's pitches. Like it's not like you know what I mean. Like they were on them.
Yep.
I mean, Duran looked like he looked like a Ryan Kirkering when runners in scoring position.
Wow, not like an illegal, not like an Astros type of way, but like what was happening with Luzardo. Are they tipping something, and did they find something? I
don't know.
I'm interested to see what you guys think.
Didn't Stock get hurt last year, and we didn't hear about it until this year?
It has nothing to do with tipping
No,
pitches.
no. The reason I'm asking is because I think Duran, he just got line drive off the ankle, and we're saying, oh, he's fine, totally fine. Could he be hurt, and we don't even know about it?
Maybe.
That's just
Actually,
maybe
I did see a tweet that his numbers since being hurt are worse, or since being hit are like not good.
I threw you for a loop. You're like, stop.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
That's where I'm going because I like last year.
Let's see if I can find that.
this year you're like,
listen,
Scott was hurt all last year.
I'm sure it affects him a little bit. Dude's still throwing 101 out there, so it's not like it didn't affect his velo. So,
I mean, it's concerning that he gave up 4 hits, but I'll say this: a couple of those hits were pretty soft contact.
They were bleeders. They were off the hands.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So what do we think about tipping?
They knew what
do we think about tipping? Do we think we're tipping? I don't know. I just think hitting's contagious as shit.
Here, so Jason Stark says, I don't think the Mets are just hot or the Phillies are just cold or that there is a curse. I think the Mets have tells on every Phillies relievers and know what's coming. Bryce alluded to this the other night with Christopher Sanchez. I honestly think that he's not just throwing stuff out there. I think this is a real thing. And that's from Jason Stark. So he's not just a guy just to throw out clickbait. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but what are they interfering with the pitch?
And then someone it's hard to hit 552 at runners in scoring position if you don't have a pretty good idea of what's coming.
So basically, it's an Astros cheating scandal because they don't have a tip on every single.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not going full, but like I mean, we're baseball guys. You can find a tip on, you know what I mean? Like you can find a tick on where someone holds their gloves and stuff like that. You're right.
The whole
but if you got a guy sitting there and that's your job, you know what I mean? Like I don't think they're banging trash cans, but yeah, they might know. Hey, you know he does this. He's going to throw you a fastball, right?
But why wouldn't the whole league? Or is their guy just that much better?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Like I don't know. The whole staff to me is extreme. Like that has Astros scandal written all over it. If you're telling me it's Sanchez and Duran and Tanner Banks, like you know what I mean?
Like Duran just got there. So what's the tip they have on him?
Yeah, and runners in scoring position, like that tells me someone's on base hitting you with the giving you the signs on second base. They're hitting.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Tapping the hat, rubbing the jersey.
I just wanted to see what you guys thought. I mean, because
I don't know.
They didn't miss a barrel in the ninth inning.
Well, as far as Sanchez goes, when he made his start, I mean, he more or less cruised through the first 3 innings and then just flat out hit a wall in the 4th and 5th there. And
it was the balk. It was the balk in the wild pitch. He just wasn't the same since.
Or maybe Robert Manfred just rigged this entire series because football's coming up and this has to be a close race. Because if baseball's not a close race, everyone's going to tune out anyway when football starts. In 2 weeks, no one's watching baseball.
Pump, we're not making excuses, bro. We're just talking, dude.
Yeah.
They suck, bro. Like there's nothing to talk
don't get me wrong, Pop. The Phils got we got absolutely our asses handed to us up in Queens. There's no way around it, guys. And the bottom line is, and I'm not ready to hit the panic button, but if we can't find a way to beat the New York fucking Mets, we're not advancing in the playoffs. Period. End of story. We have to find a way to take care of our business. And to be honest, you know, I know Chris Sanchez, he's been good all year. All right. But that was a clunker the other night. And then, you know, so that was a 3-0 lead we blew. All right. Last night we blow a 2-0 lead. And then today we didn't even have a fucking chance. All right. Our offense was completely lifeless against a guy who's not exactly a Cy Young candidate. All right.
But he's been good since he's been brought up. So
yeah, I mean, I'll give him that. But I mean, come on, he's not Dwight Gooden. All right. It's frustrating as shit. And that was very concerning. And look, I mean, I know we got some business to take care of before then, but that September series, when the Mets come to Citizens Bank Park on September 8th, if we don't take 3 out of 4 there, it's time to press the panic button. You know, I mean, that's all there is to it. It's put up or shut up time. And as far, you know, and look, we all love Bryce Harper, but as far as the fucking the blue and fucking orange gloves and all that other shit, you know, just put the regular goddamn uniform on, you know, put the team colors on and let's play baseball.
Facts.
You know, it's what happened in Queens was completely and utterly unacceptable. They looked like a lifeless, dead baseball team. And hopefully they can flip the on switch real quick.
Yeah, we're all right. I just came to the conclusion it was totally rigged. I just talked myself into that. In 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks. Next week, everyone's watching football. So no one's watching baseball. So they got to make this thing tight so the ratings don't fucking plummet. I'm telling you, because those umpires were awful. Like, when's the last time you seen Luzardo just bark at freaking?
That's a money chirp, though. That's a money chirp, though, as he's weighing out. This isn't the minor leagues.
I mean, he threw 6 strikes to Soto and he walked them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I just convinced myself totally of that. Football starts next week. MLB ratings are going to plummet. And this race just got tighter. That's what that was. Now, they also played bad. But
in the series, Phillies were 3 for 22 at runners in scoring position.
They ain't going to win a lot on that.
Mets finished 21 of 37.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Mets.
That's what I'm saying. So, like,
the Mets hit what, over 550, and
it's almost 600. Yeah, 550, 600.
Jesus Christ!
I'm not saying there's anything,
anyway,
our malintent, but
our pen didn't get any outs, and our starters didn't go deep into the game. I mean,
Kerkering, Greg, I'm about to tell you this. I saw this tweet, and it's so true. It's like it's the most irrelevant two under 2 ERA like box score ever because he always like just crumble. It's unbelievable. Like you look at the box score, you're like, oh, this guy's solid. He's great, and then he like in the biggest spots, he just blows up.
Kerkering with runners in school or coming in, inherited runners. I think 4 out of the 9 scored recently. Like Kerkering on his own inning, lights out.
Yeah,
Dude's lights out. Coming in with runners on base,
he's Romano.
He's Jordan Romano. At least the guys he's inheriting are scoring. He might not let up anybody new, but at least the guys on base are scoring.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say I didn't like, the one thing I'd say I can question about the Ron game was I don't like throwing Alvarado in front of him. And the only reason is I just feel like it's heat.
You're right.
And again, those guys aren't batting again. I get it, right? It's new batters up. I understand it, but it just, I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I just felt like heat, go change the pace. But again, I mean, a gun to my head, I would go those two all day, right? Because again, you're not facing the same batters.
Yeah.
But that was like something that hit me like, maybe that was the reason, but no, that wouldn't even be the reason either.
As far as Sanchez goes, I hope it's not a situation where he doesn't have much gas left in the tank.
Just start.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Obviously, it was just a blip on the radar. But
there's nothing there with him. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's better at home anyway. We've been known that.
Right. I mean, I see no reason why he won't bounce back. But.
I mean, he had that. I mean, you could kiss the Cy Young Award away. That's for sure. Right. If there was a chance, right? But I mean, he had that clunker in Chicago after he had that complete game.
Yep.
He comes out with a complete game against I think the Red Sox or something.
Yeah.
And then that next start, the Chicago took him for 3 or 4 runs. So, and the White Sox aren't anything good. So yeah, it's obviously you thought you were starting to start a series off with our ace. You know what I mean? You're like, let's get this party started, and then especially when you go up 3 runs.
Yeah.
But that game changed in that 4th inning.
Yeah, when they didn't score.
We didn't score a run, and then it all changed from there. When you don't add on, when you have a chance to add on and you don't, naturally everything's going to change.
Yeah, it's going to bite you in the ass every time.
Let's go, Donnie.
Let's go, Donnie.
All right, boys. Great show, though.
Good shit.
Anything else? Anybody got anything else on the way out?
Go Phils, go Birds. See you all next week.
Yeah,
so we got a 4-gamer against
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, they start tomorrow. They're 4-gamer. Nice.
Yeah. So let's go take 3 or 4 from the Braves.
Let's take 3 or 4. Let's get back
feeling good about ourselves. All right, fam. We love you. Go Birds. Go Phils. We'll see you next Wednesday. Preview time. Oh, it's gonna be Dallas week. Giddy up.